In this video, we're going to create two more root pieces, which I call side root D because they attach to the D portion of the trunk. And they're just little units like this. Here's the prototype unit. And they're just meant to give a little more volume at the base of the trunk and to give the tree even more of a three-dimensional look. So let's see what pieces we need. When we're looking at our tree templates page, the template that we need here is the one that's called Side Root D. It's right here in the middle, and we're going to cut 4 of those out of medium weight chipboard. And then over here on our cutting guide, there are some pieces, and you can see I've got them already pre-cut over here. So this is the side root D that goes there. And then we also need side root A, B, C, and the base. And those are all on our cutting guide, and the dimensions for those are given there. So to make 2 of these roots, we're going to cut 2 of each of those pieces out of medium weight chipboard. So I've got that accomplished. Then we'll also need both some cardstock joining strips, our normal 3/4 inch scored at 3/8 joining strips, and then some finishing strips out of the chocolate brown, which are again 3/4 inch scored at 3/8 inch. So let's get started. The first thing we want to do is assemble the sides of the unit, and we do this similar to how we did the perimeters for the leaves. So I'm just going to put my pieces out here in order. All of these pieces are 3/4 inch wide, so remember that when you get to little side root C down here. And we've got our little innies and outie joins again, and I'm just going to cut some little strips here so that I can make those joins. So A to B is an outside join, so I'm going to join that on the writing side. And B to C is an inner join. Sorry, this is kind of a small piece. My fingers might be getting in the way. So we'll put a piece on the inside here to join that. And then to join the base, it's another inside join, so I'm going to put that here. Now the base is cut a little narrower, so when we join this, we will just center it on the last root piece. Okay, now let me give that little unit a burnish. So what do we have going on here? Here's our shape. That is the shape of our side root D. So we're going to connect that to one of our side root Ds by putting it on top of side root D, and then I think I'll zoom in here so you can see this better. When we put the side on it, the D piece, it fits into this little notch. Where's my dark cardstock? Hopefully you can see here what I meant about the base being a little bit smaller than the other ones. So what that's doing is that when we fit this on, it fits inside on the base, and then it's going to go on the outside of our side pieces. So it's the base is on the inside, and everything else is going on the outside of the unit. See if I can turn it around here so you can see that. So the base is on the inside, but all the other pieces are coming around on the outside. So we're going to join those together with our chocolate joining strips. And before we do, let's take out our insurance like we like to do, and just on, it's just the ones that, this one that's right here at that crook that we need to worry about. And I'm going to add my joining strip I'm just going to come along the edge here until I get down to the base, and then I'm going to just leave that hanging there. So obviously we need some release cuts here. Well, obviously I need to take off my score tape backing. Try this again. Alright, so we have that down there. I'm going to make a release cut at each one of these joins. And that's going to allow our side to bend around here. So remember, this is going on the outside, so I'm just fitting that up right against there, coming along down here, getting that one. Now probably we're going to need to trim this little piece right here off a little bit when we make this bend. And that bend is so gentle that, you know, normally you would be thinking, how can you do that on the outside there? But it's such a gentle bend, it's not an issue. And so now when we're going to just continue bending. Now remember, the base goes inside, so that when we come along here, get rid of that. Keep your base on the inside. And we'll look back here at this corner. It needs to be trimmed off a little bit. And then we can just come in here and trim this even with the edge, and give that one a little trim as well. So we have one side on. We're going to do the same thing for the other side. So we'll just put our cardstock up here at the top. Come down on this side. Now that it's three-dimensional, we'll have to make our relief cuts as we go along. So I'll make a little cut there. I'll come down and make one right here. And then get another side root D. Make sure I put my insurance right there. And then remember, it sits on the inside here. Oh, I put it on the wrong side. Where's my marker? Here it is. Okay. The side goes underneath our A, B, and C pieces, or inside the A, B, and C pieces, and then it goes on the outside of the base. So I'm just get one, and then you can usually get the other ones pretty readily. Might take a little encouraging. This one's stuck a little prematurely down here. There we go. Make this release cut. Hold that back and trim off that corner. And then complete this little trimming here. Give this a little burnish. Now, the two sides here, the root goes in when it's upright here. This is the ground here. This is the tree over here. So this is the position that it goes in. So to join it to the tree, I'm either going to use some hinging strips, you know, like this, and join it to the tree, or I'll just glue it to the tree. But if I just glue it, I want to finish off this edge. So what I'm going to do is just take a piece of the chocolate cardstock. I'm just going to cut this at a 45-degree angle down there. Release this side of the score tape. See about, I'm just lining it up really gently here so I can see where I'm going to want to cut this. And now I'm going to just run my scissor right along the edge there, and then back at a 90-degree angle. So what we've got here is a strip that we can either wrap to the inside to finish the edge, or we can bring out this way to create a hinge to join it to the tree. Either way, gluing or not. I'm going to angle cut both of these just a little bit. Then repeat that on this other side. So again, what we did was we cut back at a 45-degree angle right here. Scissors are full of junk. I think you can see what I've done there. I'm going to just lightly align that with the edge. Peek around here to the back. And now I can cut that off. I'm going to cut it off at an angle here. And just match that angle coming along the side there. Give it a little trim down here. And burnish both sides. And now I have one of my little side roots made. And I'm just going to repeat that process and make a second one. So here we have our two little side roots done, and I think at the beginning of the video I was calling them side root D's. Well, they really go on the trunk C. I was calling them D because it's the D piece. The pieces are A, B, C, and D here. So anyway, they go on the slanted portions of the trunk in this kind of a configuration so that they would stick out like this and give the trunk a little more depth. When it has all its leaves on it, it just kind of, I think, needs something. So we'll see how it looks. We don't have to add them on, but we've got them made.